I think there's a difference between older homes that are historic homes that have been meticulously maintained or are in a particularly desirable area and a standard 50s prefab in a neighborhood of other 50s prefabs or a 1970s neighborhood where the homes are getting a little bit run down. Those are the homes that I think are going to lower in value. Not a ton, but enough for more people to be able to afford them. And of course, you're going to have to fix them up. And that's what we did to get where we are now. So, our very first home was a condominium. It was an inexpensive condominium, and we sold it for a slight profit. We took that money and we bought, honestly, a 1950s prefab that was in an original older neighborhood, in what was an up and coming area. And we fixed it all up with mostly our own sweat and tears. And almost the whole thing needed to be redone, both inside and outside. So we had the roof done, we replaced all the flooring. We had some of it down to studs and replaced that. We added a bathroom onto an already existing addition, and created a master suite out of that. So we did a lot of work in that house. And then we sold that for a profit, and then we bought a two-story, that was a 1970s. That construction was actually better, but it still needed to be desperately updated. And so we updated that home, and that's the home we're still in. And it has appreciated in value, partially because it's in a little bit more of an upper scale neighborhood versus the first home, and also because we have done so much work on it, and most of the people in my neighborhood have done the work on it. Now, in the original neighborhood where I had bought my first home, that hadn't happened yet. And it is just starting to happen now. I can see some turnover in those homes, where they're being redone by new and younger families. You can kind of see because there's construction happening. But none of those in those categories are historic homes, which I think fall in a completely different category. I actually really appreciate the comments, and keep them coming because I find it really interesting to discuss this stuff. And I know that you have different opinions. So as long as this app is still here, I'd love to hear about it.